This is Tar Heel Talk, an in-depth look at the issues and people making news in North Carolina. Here's your host, Sonia Williams.
The White Oak Foundation is a nonprofit organization that provides programs and services for families in crisis, as well as those seeking home ownership and economic stability. And joining me now to tell us more is Reverend Charles Tyner, founder and CEO of the White Oak Foundation. Welcome to Tar Heel Talk.
Thank you, Sonia.
Now, the White Oak Foundation was born out of a ministry work with the White Oak Missionary Baptist Church. Give us a little bit of history on the organization and how it all evolved.
Sonia, in 1998, I came up with this vision that I want to see our church do more than what it was doing. In order for it to do more, we had to establish a foundation, a 501(c)(3). And because of the needs of the people in the community, I first started out with this foundation with a board of directors and seeking to make sure that every person in our community who desired to own a home would own one. We started in 1998 with building affordable housing in Durham, because so many of our parishioners were from Durham. And then we did the housing project in Durham. Then we came over to Apex. And in Apex, we did 7 affordable housing in Apex. And then after Apex, we decided that we would look into Cary. So right now, what we're planning to do is to provide services for the Cary Apex area for people who are in need. Okay. In my ministry and in my walk of life, I've always desired that I would help someone else who needed help. And that's what this organization is all about.
Okay. And the mission and purpose of the organization is caring for the total person.
Yes.
Talk about that. The
total person. For so long, we thought our ministry would be only what we could do inside the walls of the church. It would mean a good sermon on Sunday. It would mean the choir singing. But we realized that church got to be more than what happens inside the church on Sunday. So I decided that we would launch a campaign to go outside the church. And by going outside the church, we were able to do some things to help people. And my philosophy, Ben, Sonia, was before you can clean the fish, you got to catch them first. This was just a way of catching and having those persons to come and be a part of our church. But understanding that you really cannot be a part of anything. If you're hungry, a person needs food. If you find your utility bill you need to pay for it, then you'll find yourself saying, I can't go to church, I got to be worried about my utility bill. If you find that a senior without drugs that they need, then they're not able to worship. So we just thought maybe we would do those kinds of things that would encourage people to come and be a part of our church.
So definitely providing support for your church members, but also you're serving counties throughout the Triangle area.
It has expanded, and now it is about us serving people from all the counties around, from Durham, from Chatham County, even got some coming from Lee County. We are serving people all around. And of course, we got Wake County, and we just serving whoever comes, because we've been blessed with some help in programs that we have provided to provide those kinds of services.
We're going to talk more about your programs and services in just a minute.
Okay.
Up next, how help from the White Oak Foundation changed the life of a Hurricane Katrina survivor. We'll hear her story when Tar Heel Talk continues. Today's show focuses on the White Oak Foundation, an organization that provides programs to address hunger, promote home ownership, and economic stability. And with us again is the founder and CEO, Reverend Charles Tyner. Also joining us is Shell Purcell, who is a client of the White Oak Foundation. Thank you for being with us.
Thank you for having me.
Now, Shell, you and your family were among the 100 people who were relocated to Apex after Hurricane Katrina. Talk a little bit about that experience and what that transition was like for your family.
I was stepping into the unknown. It started out with me coming to investigate because at my former church in Mississippi, my pastor sent our youth ministry, a number of youth, to North Carolina because of what Reverend Tyner was offering to help out during, after Hurricane Katrina. So I was upset with my pastor. You don't send our children up there. We don't know these people. I'll go and watch over the flock. And so when I got to North Carolina, Reverend Tyner met with us and he promised us several things. If you just stay here through this transition, these are the things that our organization would like to assist you all with. And everything that he told us the day that we met him came to pass. And when it comes to caring for the total person, some people may not truly understand what that meant, but it was everything from a financial standpoint to emotional, mental, everything that we asked for or could ask for. There was nothing that they wouldn't do to make sure that we were in a comfortable place. I like to call the foundation a no excuses organization because there is no excuse when you're dealing with the White Oak Foundation of what you can have. They take away all the excuses. So now what do you have to do other than to be great and to succeed? And that's what they did for me and my children. It's just been an amazing journey for me to be a part of this foundation and have them help us to grow.
Right. Talk a little bit about how the foundation helped you specifically. You're making that transition after Hurricane Katrina. I can imagine that you brought very little with you and needed a lot of support that way.
We did. The foundation did everything from got us a place to stay. I know that there were at least 10 families that they partnered with into a nice apartment area, and it just worked out. I have two daughters, and they shared a room at one time. But it's so genuine with them. I bought my first home here in North Carolina because they don't want you to get stagnant. They make it to where you get the financial counseling. They help you build your credit to put you in a position to be a homeowner. So I bought my first home here. My daughter just recently graduated from college. The Scholarship Foundation helped with that for her to make sure that she had everything she needed financially. I went to school. Everything you need can be found there. We did not have a computer. Reverend Tyner's thing is your child, there's no excuse for your child not to be educated. So every child had a computer at their home. You had a printer. There was no excuse for you not to succeed. And they took all of that. We never missed a meal. I think I gained a couple of pounds because they fed your mind, your body, your spirit. And I come from a Christian background, and I didn't have to become a member of White Oak Baptist Church to be a part of any organization there at the church. He let me minister through dance and sing. And it wasn't a requirement to become a member. So that also gave you that fulfilling of love, someone cares for you. And these were complete strangers. So it's just been amazing. So I really now at this point, I don't call myself a client. They are my family. I love them, and they have genuinely helped me transition from where I was after Hurricane Katrina to where I am now.
Wow, what a powerful testimony. And Reverend Tyner, that is what the White Oak Foundation is all about.
That's what it's all about. That's what we do every day, 7 days a week. We do exactly what she's just said. For all your information, her child is a graduate from the University of North Carolina in Greensboro.
Charlotte.
I mean Charlotte, and we're just so proud of her and all her accomplishments.
Absolutely. And you talk about the support and the programs that you provide for families. Tell us a little bit more information about those programs.
Well, there's so many programs that we provide. Not only do we provide for the families, just as we've done here, but we also provide for the seniors in our community. We provide each week an opportunity for them to come out and for them to come and get food. Not only that, but we provide food for anybody in the community who find themselves needing food. That's every day of the week.
Right.
We have trucks that's leaving our campus every day, going to stores to pick up food, and then people come in and they shop and they get the foods that they need. What we're really saying that there is no reason for anybody in our community declaring they are hungry or they need food. We provide it. Not only that, but for the youth. We're really involved with the youth in our community because we want to make sure that every youth is successful. They all might not be able to go to college, but they can go to community college, they can go and receive a skill. So we are really into the youth program. We provide for scholarships, we provide whatever we need to provide for youth. And during the summer, we take the at-risk kids in the Wake County schools, Durham County schools, who so desire to come to our summer program, where we have the certified teachers. We have the best people that we can possibly find to come in and work with them during the summer. Not only do they work with them with remediation, but they work with them with social skills. We work with them with any kinds of problems they might have had during the school year, because we work with the counselors in the school and making sure that we understand what kind of problems those children might have. And then if there's children with no problem, they come because they lack all the activities that's going on during our summer program. We make visits to sites in the Raleigh area, in Greensboro area, for our children to see that and give them some exposure. So our youth program is just great, and we're really proud of what we do during the summer for our youth program. Then we have a housing program. The housing program for us means that we still, our goal is to make sure that people like Shell and others have the opportunity to own their own home if they so desire. So we have a housing program that will help people get into their homes, but not only that, but people are having problems with paying their mortgage for whatever reason. It might be because of illness. It might be because they've been laid off their jobs. We have the prevention program, housing prevention program, trying to prevent them from losing their homes. We have been awarded funds from the HUD through North Carolina Housing that have given us the kinds of funds that we need to help people who having problem with housing.
Okay. We want to give you an opportunity to tell people how they can connect with you and find out more information about the foundation.
Yeah, all they got to do is just dial 919-362-6768. 7 days a week. They can find out all about us and all what we're doing.
Okay, and they can go to your website, whiteoakfoundationnc.org, to certainly get more information online as well.
Yes, certainly.
Shell, as you look back over the last few years and all that you and your daughters have accomplished, what type of impact has the White Oak Foundation made in your life?
It taught me that no matter where you're from, where you're going, what color you are, what you have, what you do not have, this organization is there for you. I never expected to walk into what I walked into the day that I met Pastor Tyner and the members of White Oak Baptist Church and the other staff that work for the foundation. Never in a million years imagine that this would be my life 10 plus years after Katrina. We still call Reverend, we just recently relocated to Atlanta, and we still call Pastor and check on Pastor. My daughter is getting ready to start graduate school. She's looking forward to getting her master's, and she always pays her respects to Reverend. She will call Pastor right now and say, Pastor, I need to take the GRE. And without hesitation, he will say, whatever you need. That has been the attitude, which makes it so much more better for me. Because I left my entire family in Mississippi, but had no idea what I was gaining when I moved here to North Carolina. So it has just been such a blessing. I have a freshman in high school who is an honor student. And it's all because she got to a point that in the summertime, she didn't want to go to Mississippi for the summer. She wanted to stay at the summer enrichment program that the church, the foundation offers, because she gets to stay with all of her friends. They get to learn things for the next year. So she was prepared. They prepared the youth for so many things. And then we get to volunteer to help with food bank and just different things that were given to us when we first came. We can give back by being able to volunteer. So it's a family more than anything. I never imagined that I would be gaining another family when I moved here.
Wow.
And it's a blessing.
What a life-changing experience, and like I said, a powerful testimony. Shell Purcell, we wish you all the best. Best to you and your daughters. Reverend Tyner, we're going to talk more with you in just a minute.
Thank you.
We'll be back with more Tar Heel Talk after these messages. Welcome back to Tar Heel Talk. I'm Sonia Williams. My guests today are with the White Oak Foundation, and with us again is Reverend Charles Tyner, who is the founder and CEO of the White Oak Foundation. Also joining us is Sandra Collins, co-chair of the Building a Firm Foundation Capital Campaign. I understand that the foundation has some incredible work underway with building a new community resource center. Tell us about the center and the plans for that.
Well, the center is going to actually allow us to provide more services and actually have a building where all the different resources for the families and the communities can actually come to one place and be able to operate every day. You know, there are certain things that we do every day now, such as the feeding of families and individuals and senior citizens every day, and if someone needs emergency clothing or anything, we're always open for that. But now, you know, those things are now operated out of the church. So now it would just be a foundation, an actual building, a resource center, so people will feel like they're actually coming to an organization to get all the different services that they need, and everything would be under one roof.
Okay.
So.
And you are charged with leading, co-leading this effort to raise the funds to get this resource center.
Yes, I am. Myself and Professor Irvin Joyner, who is not with us today, but he and I have been granted this privilege and to help raise funds. I'm excited about it. I was very happy to take on this challenge. I've always worked in the community, and I've always done outreach, etc. And that's how I got to know Pastor Tyner and the congregation and everyone. So our role is to help identify organizations and companies and hospitals and doctors, lawyers, and everyone else to identify these people that will help us along the way in our goal and to help us with our vision.
And what is the vision, Reverend Tyner, for the Community Resource Center?
The vision is to make sure that people have one-stop service, that they can come to the resource center and we'll be able to help them in any anything that they might need. What we're doing with the Resource Center is bringing all of the talents and all the people together in one place. So if a person comes, perhaps we can help them right there, and we have the people already right there to help them. And then we're going to partner with other nonprofits, other organizations, hospitals. We're going to partner with banks. We're going to partner with other people that will come likewise to this building and provide services that we need. Again, our mission is making sure that we take care of the total needs of all the people. What we've done, for instance, last year, it was 34,000 people came through our doors to pick up food. 10,000 families we helped. It's amazing of the number of people that we're helping. All the people we help and help save their homes was like 116 people in our community that had problems with their mortgages, and we were able to help. What we really need, we need the community. We need those who can to come help us, that we'll be able to deliver the kinds of services that people need in the community. We don't want anybody in our community to go without a need. We want to make sure that we provide that need.
And from a financial standpoint, what is it going to take to get this Community Resource Center up and running, and so that you can help more families?
Our goal is to raise $450,000.
Okay.
That's what we need. $450,000.
That's all.
That's all we
That's
need.
all we need.
And they will come in to help us. Along with this, and I think what's so important about this is the number of volunteers we got helping us right now. 80 plus volunteers from all walks of life shows up on our campus to help us do the kinds of things we do. So I think that speaks well, and I'm talking about people who specialize in these kinds of things that people need. For instance, for our health fair, we've got the doctors, we got those persons in the medical field coming. Right on our own campus, we were taking tooth out of all the people.
That's
we
true.
were checking people's eyes. We were doing all we needed to provide those kinds of services. So here we are, White Oak Foundation. This is an opportunity for all the community to come in and help us. This is not about White Oak. This is about the community. This building is dedicated to the community. This building will be used only for the community.
That's right.
We are thankful for the town of Cary and other organizations that have already come forward to help us because they see what the needs are.
It's a true partnership of the community. We have about 2 minutes left in the program. Sandra, I want you to talk a little bit about the importance of the community rallying around this resource center and helping to support it.
Well, it is important because it's like Pastor Tyner stated earlier, these services aren't for a certain zip code or a certain county or city or whatever. It is for anyone in need. So just that alone, and for us to get the word out, and because people sometimes don't know where to turn to. Right. So to build this foundation, and the capital campaign is strictly for the building of the foundation and the maintenance of the foundation. And so that's where those funds would be designated for. And so again, with all the volunteers and ways to get the resource out and get to people, and so people will have somewhere to go, because our wealth and when you provide a service to a person, it just makes them feel better.
Absolutely.
It's nothing like not knowing where your next meal is going to come from, or where you're going to sleep at, or I can't even imagine. You know, I'm blessed. I don't have those issues.
Right. And people can find out more information. We're almost out of time by going to White Oak Foundation, nc.org. They can certainly connect with you there. Reverend Charles Tyner, Sandra Collins, thank you both so much for the work that you're doing for all the families in need in our community. And thanks for being our guest today.
Thank you for inviting us.
Thank you for inviting us.
That's it for this week's Tar Heel Talk. I'm Sonia Williams. Thanks so much for watching. We'll see you again next week.